Hi everyone, welcome. Monday today, and the first Monday where we'll be webcasting. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about color cycling, and color cycling has to do with the cycling colors of the palette. But Lightwave, what does Lightwave have to do with that? Well, there is a very specific, in this specific version of the Amiga, in version 5, we have a very special parameter we can use here. So color cycling has is been included in one of the features that the Amiga Lightwave has exclusive use. I mean, there is no color cycling in PC or Mac. So this is Amiga only, and we're going to be focusing on that for today. So let me bring up the chat as well, because we have a new online feature where we'll be taking advantage of. Just let me bring up the chat. Yeah, so on the top right corner of the cast, you are seeing a darkened area of the image. So you see, welcome to the chat room. So just let me greet everyone. So, which works just fine. I can see it through the streaming. Anyway, so here we go. First of all, we're gonna be creating a cycling image, so to see how the palette works and how Lightwave takes advantage of that. Hi Santi, glad you could make it, pal. So you can use say you can use dpaint, or you can use Brilliance, or whatever painting package comes for the Amiga that supports color cycling. So just let's take a look first on the Lux Paint, how it works. So 32. So I paint an area here. Let's say I take an area and paint it gray. Okay, and then I have to go to the there's under color ranges, you have just let me see now. You have a ranges field. Anyway, the first thing you have to do is to decide which indexed colors on the palette you want the cycling to take place. So let's say I want this one to be from gray. I take a gray and put it here, and then I take a red, say here, yeah, and it works. So Deluxe Paint tries to make a stepped transition from one color to the other. We have chosen here on the scale, and the farther I put my second color, for example, the more the steps the program is taking advantage of. So if now I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's say 10 steps, but if let's say I take it and I put just side by side, so there are no increments. It's either one color or the other, and so you can see now the palette is cycling from one color to the other. Let's make something more interesting here. So as you can see here, red set color number 2 and number 3 are they are cycling to one another. So on my palette, say I have chosen those two colors. On my palette, I have all my colors here, and I can, of course, go up and down. Right now, I have chosen 32 colors. There are some artifacts here, but I don't care anyway. So their address, I have to know their address so that I can tell Lightwave which colors it is going to be cycling. Okay, so the first color is number 0. So here you can see the address of a color. Okay, so the first one is not number 0, number 1, number 2. Okay, and number 3, say, oh, those artifacts anyway. So let's say I want to make a range going from red. Yeah, let's take advantage of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors. Okay, and go to ranges, and I clear this range here. I'm clearing it, and I choose first color here, second, continue. And there you can also use the hotkeys. This is the bracket, right and left bracket hotkey to change from one color to the other on your palette. So I have the first one, the second one is here. Oops, sorry, clear, going on. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and go. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7. No worries. And you can also see the address of a color here as well on the ranges panel. So the first color, and I'm taking note of that, is number 2. And the last color is number 8. So I'm taking a note. I want Lightwave, let's say, first color is number 2, last color is number 8. What is going to happen now? Let me press. I'm pressing Tab to activate it inside Deluxe Paint, and then I'm taking the bucket to fill it, so you can see what's going to happen here. One other thing to note here is that there's a rate here, so you can have this running as fast as you want or as slow as you want, but you can also this is Deluxe Paint internal. It will not affect Lightwave. However, there's another way to do that in Lightwave, and which we will be talking about that later. Anyway, so let's say I have this image here. This image here will load as green on Lightwave. With that palette, and if I tell Lightwave from 2 to 8 to cycle among its colors, it will do just like that. So let's go ahead and save that and find my my webcast, episode 8, images, and let's say cycling quad. Okay, IFF. So I'm saving that and quitting, and now I'm going to Lightwave. So inside Lightwave, I can actually let's save let's load an object and tell it to wrap my image on that object. So episode 8, color cycling quad, and let's not confuse it with others. Color cycling quad example. Yes. And clear all images. Load the image for that. And no, sorry, there. So cycling quad. So I have my little object with just my image with just the quad there. So down here, color cycling, I have to also activate color cycling. So let's put, say, forward. Low cycle index, we said to 2. And the high cycle index is 8. So it makes sense. It's not that difficult for you know, to understand that. And on surfaces right now, I have to wrap my image on the object. As we've said earlier, we are using the z-axis. The image is traveling towards the z-axis, the depth axis. And so we have to choose there. Let's automatic size that and see what we've done. However, I forgot to turn on my rendering output. Remove that thing here. We'll just yeah, just to see what's going on. I'm putting some gradient backdrop behind. So this is my quad, and this is the image wrapped on that. So let's say I put some, say, 50 frames per second and I render it. Now what is going to be happening is that the animation is going to be going on rendering without saving, because I haven't selected a saving option. But I would just want to do it so that I will be able to preview the color cycling. So it warns me, of course, but I go ahead and anyhow. So you see color cycling happens. So this frame by frame it renders, and the color cycling is happening. Okay, so this is extremely useful when you want to make like sci-fi panels with lights blinking, and it's a very cheap way to do that. You don't have to render image sequences and then putting them together. And I understand this is a somewhat limiting method. You cannot do everything, but I'm going to show you some techniques where you can expand it. Okay, so that was our example. We go on. Up to now, are there any questions? Let me see the chat as well now. Other guys, anyone here? Oh, Yarla is there. Hi, Yarla. Okay, so let's go on. I've made some interesting examples here where we will be researching. No, they're not here. They're on the animations. Yes. So the first example has to do with what we discussed just now. As you can see, I have told Lightwave that the front face surface is going to be having one image that is going to be cycling over and over again. So how we do that? It's actually very, very easy. So I go back to webcast and scenes. So the first example is my Muadib object here. Okay, so the front face has an image that is called cycle 3256. Anyway, I have named it because I wanted to remember where the address is of the colors on the palette. So the low cycle index is 32, the high cycle index is 56. Okay, So if you put that on your front, on the front surface of your logos that we've made earlier in, I think, lesson 1 and 2, you just wrap it like a planar image map. So right on the front, you select the z-axis, and you just do an automatic sizing, and then you're ready to go. The thing now is, I talked about the rate not being able to control it via Lightwave. Every color is assigned to every frame. So if you color cycle, you have to take into account that you have, for example, 3 colors in order. These 3 colors are going to be cycling every 4th frame. 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6 is going to be the same sequence of 3. Of the colors, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Right now I have this, let's see, 32 to 56. I think it was it was valid that I had like 26 increments right here. So you can see that while rendering, hold on a bit, I am not recording. Yes, just yes. So it starts building up, and it will start cycling through all the colors. Now, let's say if I have 3 colors and I want them to be cycling at a more lower frame rate. Let's say I want those 3 colors to be cycling after 15 frames. Say again and again, but after 15 frames, not after 3 frames. What I can do is go back to my, let's say, Deluxe Paint again, 32 colors. Anyway, I'm going to be loading that. And I can, hold on a minute. Images, cycling quad. There. So on the range, in the ranges tab here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What I really have to do if I want it to be cycling longer is that I have to go to the palette. No, wait a minute. There may be a way, another way to do that, like spread it. Like 3 increments between them. There. So now I guess it's gonna be okay. Deluxe Paint does that, so it spreads all the colors that are involved. So let's see how Lightwave accepts that. So let's save that picture, cycling quad, yes, and see what happens in Lightwave. So my previous scene, oh wait, oh, that wasn't any scene. I had cleared the scene. Objects, load, and cycling quad example. Yes, that one. That one. And then I had to clear all images and then load my cycling quad. Great. I forgot. No, wait. That was 2 to 8. 2 to 8. So let's see how Lightwave accepts that. Yes, okay, all right. Automatic. Oh, hold on. Yes, remove this one. There. Hold on, yes. No, it doesn't want that. So what we have to do, we have to spread the palette so that it will have more increments to play with. So in Brilliance, this is the same thing. Also, we can load it in Brilliance and see how it fares. It has the same mechanism actually. There. Yes. Okay, so see, Brilliance accepts the range that we defined in Deluxe Paint. So what we are going to be doing is that we can actually say if our palette is, let's say, last of my, go to here, and here I have the addresses for each color. This is 8. We said 2 to 8. So let's move 8 to way here. Okay. Next one is 7. I'm copying it 1, 2, 3. Let's say 2. Okay, so that they will fit. Then we have 7. No, wait. 8, 7, 8, 7, 6. Copy 1, 2, 3. Then I have the yellow one. Copy 1, 2, 3. It's not gonna. Yeah. Anyway, we do this one here. So we say then spread 1, 2, 3. Then spread up to here. Then spread up to here. Then spread up to there. So now we have colors 2 to 15 to play with. So we take a note on that, save the image. No, actually we have to define the range because Lightwave does need some information from that. So we clear that and we start working with that, with the places. So again, the same bracket hotkeys. So here, oops, sorry, there. Where are we now? Colors, 13 colors. Let's see, 15. Yeah, we're right. We're correct. So from now we have, let's say, from number 3 to number 13. Okay. So there are some considerations to do. You have to say, okay, how many frames I want it to be cycling. Okay, 10. What are the colors? 2 colors only. So then I will be spreading from color 0 to color 9. So it's 10. Okay. And then I'm taking into account that this will be my cycling color template, the theme. No. So saving that. Wait, did I save? Let's save again. Or safety. And again, on Lightwave, I reload the image, cycling quad again. And now I have to tell it, okay, from 3 to 13. And correct, this is here, and see what happens. Yes. And it follows, it cycles my the palette of the image. So that was number one, and that was the first example. So I've in this example I have assigned a whole image that encompasses all this area of the front of my front surface only. On example 2, now I have a different I have different colors. However, I haven't assigned different surfaces. I only have one surface. So how we do that? This is actually quite simple. I just render a picture of my logo, and then on I'll show you what I've done here. And then on a let's say I load my logo template on my logo reference. So this is my logo reference, correct? So what I do, taking into account only my front, only the front face of the logo, I just hold on. This is a oh yes, I have to load the palette default. Yes, I want to use my default palette, and I tell it, okay, I want a there. So what I do, I just fill my image with the color I wanted to cycle. So let's say here, this is the red one. Then say I want this one here. Next one is, okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 here. There, 1, 2, 3, this one. There. Now I have, let's say the blue, let's take the blue here. 1, 2, 3. Let me do some editing here. I want my purple to be the last color. So this color here, this is 44. 1, 2, 3. I want here to have this one. So copy here. Okay. And I want to spread it there. Okay. And then after 3 colors, 1, 2, 3, here I want to have my purple. What? Oops, sorry. There. And after 3, I want to be having my first color. So you probably understand what I'm doing now. So I'm spreading them, spreading the colors here, there, 1 and 2. So let's see if this is correct. 1, 2, I think that will do it. From here up to here. Okay, 56, 32, 56. Okay. Let's continue now. Now I had this, what color I had here? Yes. So after I've done my palette spreading, then I continue with the definition of my, with defining my there. Oops, sorry. Undo. And last but not least, this one. There. Okay, so now I have colored my front face logo. Let me save that. Save as. Hold on, I forgot to do something. I forgot to note the addresses of the colors. So we have 32, and here I have. Hold on. There. Which one is that? 56, 32 to 56. Okay, so save as. Oh, I have one here. See, cycle 32 to 56. Let's name that 32 to 56 dash underscore BA. So, and let's take a look on the first one as well. So, no, that was the first one. The second one, I think was, yeah, that was the one. And oh, I hadn't done anything. Anyway, I mixed them up. Anyway, so back on Lightwave, I do my, this one says 266. So let's load another image. The image we loaded here. So, and go to front. So I have to go to the front. Hold on, I'll show you. So in other tutorials I had defined the sides, the bevel, and the front side of my logo. So the front side, I have to be on the front, Muadib front, say here, and then I choose my I know why that happened. Anyway, that happened because I was filling. I used the filling bucket while the menu was on. It's a bug from in Brilliance. Anyway, but I can stretch it so that it won't affect our example. So first of all, I press automatic sizing, and then I'm sizing the X to 1. We'll see what happens. Yeah, see, there's a bit of black here. I can size it up a bit more. .3, say, and now it's great. Okay, so now I have to tell it that I want this image to be cycling, and I have forward 32 to 56. Okay, so now we'll see what happens. Okay, let's do test render. Let's put it on 100 to see what will happen. Yeah, proceed with rendering. So, oh, something's there, black. It's probably the increments. Yeah, because on this here you can see how the animations looks like. Okay. So if you have increments as like as we did now, you will be having a more smooth transition. This example I can show you. Load scene. In this example, I have my cycle example there. That's 6 stage 2. Well, I can show you how that looks. So there, this one. So this is how the image looks, not cycled. Okay. And on a painting package, I can see there, and which is that? This one. Yes. So if I press tab, speed. No, that's not it. Yeah, this is it, but the main picture does not show. But however, this one is, let's say if I did correction here. There. It was just a bit off. So I save that. See? What we can also do now regarding this thing here, this color cycling as well. The next stage is, say, if we use on the third example. As you can see, now we have some dithering going on. So this is actually simply how you create the image. So on that example, on that special example, I have what I have done. Example 3. My image is dithered. You can see a rough preview here. So I should leave that open actually. Oops, sorry. Dither, yeah. No. This one, yeah. So this is actually a hold on, just let me clear it up for you. We go to ranges with by doing this, by clicking on the cycle gradient submenu. Now what we've done, I've just made a very detailed range here, and you can also see, okay, how detailed it is. It is dithered and etc. And what I can do, I can choose the field rectangle tool, and then over here on the draw mode, here I have my graded field modes. So if I put it on linear and fill the whole screen, etc., etc., let's say I want it there, and it's graded. So I just pressed tab and the gradient activates. Okay. There. So that was it. Now, thing is, let me see if workbench is there. Do I have memory? No. That's why I usually close the program, because there's no memory. Anyway, so this is, you have actually to manipulate the image from the beginning in order for it to cycle, as we know, you know, in 2D images. Let us go to the fourth example, where I have a special. This is I'm using an image with 2 ranges. So we're making it even cheaper in terms of memory, where we are able to load 2 ranges from one image file. So this looks like that. So I have one range with my black and white, and the other range is on the upper side, where you have that's, you know, say Frontier, Elite, Hyperspace Effect. Okay. And that can be done there. This is the way you do that here. You first of all, I have my usual cycling image, okay, from 1 to 15. This is the address of the colors from 1 to 15. And I've also made some an alpha image of that, so that I have 2 layers, one on top of the other. The second layer having an alpha image, so that it will show what is underneath. So the first layer is actually a cut layer, as you can see, and the next is also one of them. I think also that, yeah, there's something missing, because when I do the render here, I can show you here what's going on. Let's do the render. Yes. So now is the now is only the only the black and white range active. Only the first frame, the first range active, and I can see it here from 1 to 15. Now I've taken a note on the file name itself, 32 to 63 and 1 to 15. So only the first one is active. So what I actually, no, that was not the example with the one image, multiple ranges actually. However, this was the, you have the same image, but you have to load it again. So which one was that? 16. This one. So you have to load the same image again, and just define the 32 to 63 range. So first one is 1 to 15, correct? The other one is 32 to 63. So, and we just go to our layers, next layer, and now I have two choices. This is the other choice. Okay, the alpha image is the same, since it's the same the same image. We proceed with no rendering and see what happens. And I have it here, here, and here. So as you can see, the range works as well. So now we've combined a color range with an alpha layer. Okay. So we can have, let's say we can make the sci-fi panel I've been talking about. I have an example for that. So you can have multiple buttons and indicators flashing and then disappearing, and then having another color flashing and then another disappearing, which I will show you right away. In example 5, let's say, is this the one? Yes, I think this is the one. Correct, this is the one. So here's how it looks like. Oh, wait, I have an animation. So this is my, fast iteration of this sci-fi panel somewhat. So this is just one image, I think. Well, hold on. Yeah, this is just one image and it's alpha. Okay. So let's break down how that image looks like. 3D webcast, images, and see how this is called. Cycling buttons 2 to 6 to 26 to 26. So this is what my image looks like. And the secret now lies in the ranges. Now I've defined 1, 2, 3, 4, no, 3 ranges. This range doesn't work. And I've told, yes. So I've said, let's say these positions are the palette positions. Actually, these do not work in. They do not migrate to Lightwave if you load the image, but the palette migrates to Lightwave. So the palette positions are actually your frames. So from frame 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, a button will stay red. After that, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the red will stay black. So it will be on and off, on and off, on and off. You're going to be seeing just one color. You actually don't have a range here, but you can use this method so that you will have blinking lights cycling in eternity inside your animation. So the next range, I have prepared 2 frames, 2 palette positions, which is 2 frames, as the yellow buttons go being on, and 1, 2, 3, 4 frames off. Okay. So, and on the third one, I have 2 frames. My green indicators are on, and 3 they are off. So on the ranges of inside the ranges panel of a program, you can use them to see what they will look like when you implement them in your animation. It's like a preview. So, and by pressing tab, you can actually see that happening. Now the thing is, it won't run in like 25 FPS or 50 FPS. Although you can speed up the cycling rate. So let's do that. Let's do that. Say 50. I think this is 50 frames per second. So 25, 50, 50. So this is what it would look like. Okay. And of course, to break it down even more, you just make these things by choosing something, you know, painting something on your image, and then that image is going to be you know, following the range rate of color cycling. Next one, say if I do some crazy stuff here, la 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 la. Okay, so I hope that is clear how, you know, how you can use color cycling, which is on the Amiga version only, inside your animations, implement them inside your images. I have a couple of examples more, I think, or one example more. This is the buttons, of course. Okay. And now I have, I have these. Oh, cool. And the last example, which is even more, say, not advanced, but anyway. This follows the same principle. These have the cycling lights, the cycling colors. Again, I can show you how an image is broken down. There. Which one was that? Images, cycling lights multi. Cycling lights multi. So I've made some like kind of sci-fi buttons. There. So right here on the palette, you can see which positions I'm using for the colors and their on and off state. So we can see that. Hold on, why is that? Anyway, I don't remember the button for the cursor. I thought it was delete, but anyway. So the thing is that first you have to count how many frames you want them to be blinking. Okay. So you see the first one I have painted in red, black. This is only 2 positions, so it will run. It will say it will be on and off for every other frame in our animation. The second one is the green. So it's a green on and twice off. No, wait a minute. Here they are, the ranges. This is where Lightwave actually takes account into it takes account of the ranges inside an image file. So we have the same palette as the palette. We have the same positions. So is 1 on 1, 1, 2 times, 1, 3 times, 3 frames, 1 to 4 frames, 1 to 5 frames, 1 to 6 frames. So, and this is how it looks on our animation. Oh, nice. I think there's no memory left. So if I quit that, yeah, there was no memory left. So you can have this little thing here and going on. And in Lightwave, when you load your image, you just tell it, okay, I have a range from 2 to 28. However, here you can see actually what it really it cycles from 2 to 28, the whole palette. So I said something that was not valid. It does not take into account the ranges. It actually just takes into account only the palette. That is why you can see the first button, say, being red, then being yellow, then being blue, then being whatever, because it cycles the whole palette. It's not that elegant as if when you do it inside Brilliance, because inside Brilliance you have the range information there, images, and multi, that you have only red and only green and only yellow. So I have another one here. Yes. So this is the same with the multi too. Rendering, automatic. Yes. That is blue now. That is red now. So you have the whole palette from 2 to 29 cycling around. So that was all about cycling and how to use that inside our animations, which can be a very effective and cheap way to have, say, panels or smart ways into changing colors and manipulating and other stuff, because we can also use that in other layers as well. And yes, no, actually we can't use it in other layers. I'll have to reset that. Maybe the black and white and all the grays, like fade. Yeah, that can be used. Anyway, are there any questions now? All clear. Okay. Anyone else? Challenge me. No. AMA. Ask me anything. Just to enrich the corner, the chat corner there. On top right. Everything great. Actually, I am the captain, and I'm on leave. So I am on parental leave, actually. True. So yes, I have my XO running the ship right now, and I'm on the on a holodeck program I've made in 2020s. So you're all part of the program. So just for challenging me, anyway, is everyone okay with that? So you are able now to, or you will be going to making some cycling, color cycling in your animations now. Okay, so like I said, as a homework, you can challenge yourselves and post on the relevant thread in amigaraytracers.com. How, whatever you want to show, just to hone your skills around color cycling and stuff. So that was it for today. Thank you very much. And just a shout out to our supporters and patrons, Yarla, George Walkero Sokianos, Midwan, and Anthony Jarvis. Thank you very much, and see you in exactly 1 week. Thanks, Yarla. Thanks, guys.